Yo. How are you, boys and girls and NBs? Welcome back. I somehow survived the horrors of the United States. I fought the white whale and lived to tell the tale. So, just doing some last minute checks. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Gotta say, looks pretty good. Ooh, what you getting as a pizza? You know what? Seeing how... I'm gonna turn the beer off for the next couple of weeks. Seeing how, for the foreseeable future, there will be no beer. Well, there will be next week, but that's the last time. Okay, let's ponder as we talk. Hope you're all fantastic. I know I'm. My foot still sore. Well, you know what, good sir? Only when I twist it in a particular angle. Other than that, it's fine. I can walk. You see the video I put up? You're in it. So, welcome back to Low Energy Videos, where this is the first stream I am doing post my maddening attempt to survive over the pond. It was a foolish endeavor, though a fun one. Actually, it was fine. It was a good trip. Despite a messed up foot, despite almost not making my flight back because of delays on the subway in New York. And then someone dropping me off in the wrong bloody terminal. By the way, Two Guns, I wasn't meant to leave that beer there with you. I wanted that beer, but I still have a single fireball that I'll have next week, which will be my last drinking. Right. Well, it seems a bit weird to talk about Eton because it's like up to now the big thing was the trip. I mean, we have Paddy's Day off in March. That's going to be a main focus of mine, but it's going to be nothing in comparison. The flight's going to be dirt cheap. The hostel's going to be dirt cheap. It's going to be London. It's like going to the next town over, really. Different, but meh. Shabby. Everybody's sorry. Why is everybody sorry, Shabisky? I'm not reading the second one. I'm just reading the first one. I know, Shabisky's here. He's now trying to be a part of the community now that he realized that that I actually can follow through with meetups. You said I wasn't gonna do it. Well, I did it. I fucking did it. Oh. And I have the Metro card to prove it. I'm putting this up on my wall. I think there's still like $2.50 on this thing, which is not enough to get you onto a train anymore. It's $2.70. Typical New York, huh? Anyway, the trip was fantastic, and obviously we're going to talk about that. But I'm going to do some standard chilling first. If you like the stream, like, share, and subscribe. especially if you want to see some of the clips I made on the trip. If you want to see, however, me tomorrow, I'll be over on Twitch gaming for the first time since getting back on stream, obviously. I was gaming the day I arrived back. I was like, oh, thank Christ, now I can return to my element. Slowly build stuff in Paradox games. Slowly build up skills in The Sims. Hell yeah. But anyway, I'm flying out to Seattle next month. Solid. You going to see DP? I was thinking of doing that. Ben ages ago asked me if I wanted to be over there, and when I was over on the American trip the first time, and he asked me 2 days too late. I'll get to the East Coast or the West Coast at some point. But for now, I've got London to think of, and also the beard. I want to talk about the beard real quick. Just camera. This bad boy's going, but it's not going without a fight. I have in my skull an acceptable donation. It's in the 5s, the 10s, the 15, the 20s. You know, it's in the multiples of 5s. It's not going to be ridiculous. I'm not saying like $5,000 or whatever. But if anyone hits it, it won't be small either. So if anyone throws me a 5, don't be shocked if I don't do it. But if anyone hits it, I will, no matter what else I'm doing, stop what I'm doing and stream myself shaving this bad boy off, because it is time for a change. We have until Paddy's Day to do it. So, if you want to be the one who cracks that egg and helps me out for the Paddy's Day trip, London ain't cheap. Don't forget to go down there and donate. And if you overshoot it, I'll appreciate the money, but it has to be that exact. It's multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It won't be 100. So it's between 5 and 100. Actually, I'll even be easier for you. 5 and 75. There. And this bad boy goes. Well, that's just something keep in the back of your mind if anyone wants to donate, which will also help towards the goal. Let's read the chat. To flying out. People don't come here, only leave. Make you a vest? Of what? Their body hair? Billy doesn't have that much body hair. Ben probably does. Yeah, Ben has body hair. Their pubes? Billy probably has a superior amount of pubes. From a quilt, maybe? Oh, good news. On Thursday, the podcast is back. Mango is going to be joining us for the first time, and Elf King is coming back. That'll be at 10 o'clock my time. And I'll probably play some Assassin's Creed tomorrow. Get right back into it. And tonight we're just going to watch some videos and talk to the chat. If you're wondering about the next update for the travel video, I'll probably start work on that on Friday, but make little bits behind the screen. And obviously on the 1st, very important, on the 1st, is our last Wasted Wednesday for a month and change. So don't miss out on that. I won't have a lot of money to spend, but I can get sloshed. And I really should get sloshed. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get drunk again for like a long while. I'll wake up hungover on Thursday and just kind of vibe. Well, I'll be hungover is what I will be on Thursday. Then I have to do the podcast. Yay! Ice cold. I haven't gotten COVID yet, so it looks like I have dodged a bullet yet again. After going around New York, Philly, on the Amtrak, on the trains over here, on the buses over there, on the buses over here, and 3 different airports, and I still haven't gotten COVID, I just keep dodging that motherfucking bullet. Because obviously the vax I'd still have infection. It's insane to me. I'm not complaining. So I've been out of the loop for a lot of you motherfuckers. What have you been up to? Shabby already says he's got an upcoming trip. Awesome. Headphones I picked up. Where did I pick these up again? I picked these up in a CVS in New York. Yeah, so what have you guys been up to since I've been away? Troy, you get your car back? 2 guns. You get that smell of my musk out of the carpet? Well, you don't have carpet. What house was that then? Oh shit, I don't think I can ever go back to that town. Oh well, it was a bit of a shithole. They know what they did. I think. I've been finding random coins everywhere. I was only in the airport twice, but the krona from Iceland is just everywhere. You're mixing up my kroner with my dollars. I've got like a grand total of $2.50 on me. Want to keep a Ruskin Ram? He left his sports jacket here. Oh, if you haven't cracked open the whiskey yet, could you snag a picture and send it to me on Discord? So when I go to my local and I explain to him what happened, I'll show him that I did actually buy the bottle. For those of you who don't know, I was going to get my barman Dave, who's been on stream once or twice, a bottle of whiskey, Shepherd Dog or whatever. And sure enough, I did. I found it, brought it back. And as Two Guns pointed out, I probably wouldn't have been able to get it on the plane. So, very cool. He paid me the equivalent worth, probably realizing I needed the money. And, yeah, he snagged the bottle. You also got all that beer and a lot of the Fireball. Not much I could do with it. I could ship it to you. Dude, it wouldn't be worth the value. You know how much shipping would cost? No, I enjoy it. I can go into Dublin and pick up a bottle. I just don't want him to think I'm talking out of my ass. That was the only gift that I had planned, but I picked up Metal Monkey, my roommate, a big block of Icelandic chocolate. I was thinking of getting the rest of you guys like stuff like that, but the only person I got was Raisin, that volcanic sea salt. Speaking of her gifts, hey, you snagged a pair of socks as well. She gave me a bunch of socks, and she got me a button for the first of the flag. But all I can find is the little plastic. The button itself has vanished. You left me a lot of booze. Very gracious guest. It's nice to hear that for a change. Normally me being a guest at booze means the opposite. I'm not kidding. I'm probably banned from some people's houses. I'm still sad that I was too tired when we got back for us to not hit the town. I never did get to go to that bar. I like the name of it. It looked like it had a lot of like personality to it. I never did spend Mickey's possible kroner either. I think this is the note. No, this is one of the newer ones. Mickey was fun. I'm thinking of doing the video in segments. Magicus will probably want the video of him playing air hockey. And the Mickey adventure was its own thing. Of course, I have to get the footage off Mickey. Yeah, I'll probably do that. It'll be easier to upload and it'll last you guys longer. You get to see it in the segments. It'll all be under the umbrella of the East Coast meetup. Already getting tons of offers for like Midwest and shit. I like the idea of going back to Omaha, but it can't be this year. I don't know about next year. We'll see. I got a lot of fires, irons in the fire, so to speak. Donations would result in a vibrator, apparently. All right, I think we've procrastinated enough. Thank you guys. It's very chill. This is sleeping for 24 hours with ocean sound waves, but I've turned all that off. And this is Blockbuster, no copyright, low fee, blah 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 blah. Standard fare. Good intro shit. Now, let's pop up a video. I have a backlog, but a lot of it's probably gonna be out of date. So as I look at it, not a lot of stuff really happened that I'm interested in. Oh yeah, this. I want to keep this up because I want to make it at some point. Maybe over February, because it's fairly cheap. Cheetos in water. Put it in the water. Melt it. Ramen. Seasoning. Mozzarella. It looks like hell, and I'm probably going to make a video out of it for you guys. It'll be something I can do when I'm not, when I'm not drinking. But as you might know, I won't be drinking for the next... Well, next week will be the last day I'll be drinking until Paddy's Day. Or the day before Paddy's Day, because I'd be a bit crazy to have my first drink on Paddy's Day. I'd probably end up dying. There's a lot of things here I have... I don't know what I've seen before, what I haven't. Wait, I'll show you these guys.
Your daily dose of internet.
Your daily
saw
dose.
A thief climbing on the roof of a charity community center. The thief was trying to steal their copper pipes. The nun threw down the ladder, trapping the thief on the roof.
Wow!
The thief jumped down from the roof to escape, and the nun gave him a good finger wag when he left.
Oh, you need to watch out those nuns and those finger wags. You never know where those fingers have been.
Martin Luther King Jr.
A young Gucci's in her first appearance.
What'd he do?
He died for our sins.
No, that
Close. Wiggle. Look at the wiggle. Bones are optional.
This train sound exactly like the snoring meme sound effect.
Anything with the static electricity.
The student was caught trying to change everyone's grades while the teacher was away.
Oh no!
What you do in my grade? What are you doing in my grade book? You are gone.
So this is pretty cool. Superman was able to stop.
I think that's New York.
And save the day.
Same font, same looking jabroni Superman. I'm here for. Oh shit. Cats don't give a fuck.
So instead of paying
instead of paying $5.
I've seen this.
No, instead of paying $6.60, I paid $5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So $1.60 you saved.
Yes.
I'd have given you $1.60 to not tell me that story.
This person started recording because they saw that this guy was being creepy with this woman. A cleaner noticed the situation.
I hate this modern hairstyle. It's like they look like radishes. Stop, gentlemen, in your very early 20s. It doesn't look good. You look like a cheetah pet.
And decided to help out.
You look like mold in Egghead's old bathtub.
A photographer captured the moment a moose lost their antlers. This is incredibly rare and lucky because moose grow and lose their antlers once a year.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Woo! I just want to appreciate this guy's outfit. He's got like a Christian thing up front. And then one size too small jeans. That's what's going on here with his phone there. And then the tiniest, gayest hat. I'm here for all of this. Oh, and he's got decent enough sneakers. Wow!
I never thought about it before, but I guess there's millions or billions of people that have never seen a snowflake up close.
Jesus, really? Yep. I used to do what he did there and catch them on my glove. It's very hard to see them right though. Oh yeah, I know what we have to watch next. Something that almost happened to me.
I think this guy might have the greatest gaming setup of all time.
Alright, now I've seen this. And it looks really cool. I want to play Starfield on this, but here's the problem. It will be a nightmare to clean. Look how clean everything has to be all the time. There's no joy there.
Surprised,
it's an
yes,
office.
France actually does have baguette vending machines.
I bet they suck. I never saw them when I was in France. Maybe I will one day and I'll try them. But I bet the bread fucking sucks.
So this is pretty cool. There's a type of sea urchin that glows a bright orange color.
Neat. Imagine if you mildly pricked yourself on one, you'd die really quickly. Hey, it's John Morgan.
That is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Chill cat is chill. I approve of chill cat. Okay. I know what we have to watch because it's very poignant to what happened to me. Hold on, where was the... Let's just make sure I undo this. Remove bookmark so I don't have them pile up. Panicked audio captures moments. Two plane almost collide at JFK airport, prompting FAA probe. Air traffic controller noticed another aircraft crossing the runway in front of the departing jetliner. Now, everyone knows that these motherfuckers are overworked as hell, but this is like... What, am I not allowed? Is it because I'm foreign? Is it because I'm foreign? Or YouTube? Independent. UK. Okay. What? No! Get away! Motherfucker. I'm not paying. I will find a link to this. News break. There.
We have some breaking news we're getting in right now out of JFK International Airport. There are reports of a small fire on a plane that has 160 passengers on board. Now, Citizen app is sending video of the scene. Detail.
8 days ago. How long ago was 8 days ago? Well, it was 8 days anyway. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was the day after I landed. Holy fuck.
Are still coming in, but we are hearing 7 people have suffered minor injuries and that the fire is now under control.
Tense audio captures control panic. Delta, yeah, shit, Delta, cancel takeoff plans, takeoff plans. Disaster was averted, controller heard letting out a big sigh. Oh, yeah, here we go.
The last clearance we were given, we were cleared to cross, is that correct?
American 106 Heavy, we're departing runway 4 left. I guess we'll listen to the tapes, but you were supposed to depart runway 4 left. You're currently holding short of 3-1 left.
Okay.
Roger, American 106 Heavy.
Okay. This is just the lead up to it, and I guess this is the actual...
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance. Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance. Rejecting.
Yeah, there's an animation showing it, and like it was only like a few meters from the plane that was moving. The two would have slammed in like this on the runway. Fucking crazy! Like hundreds of people would have been most likely killed. I've been saying this for years, and so has everyone else. Air traffic controllers are overworked, and it only gets worse as more and more planes go out in the sky. Back to the gate, couldn't depart, staff problems. Instead took off on Saturday after passengers were provided with a hotel. Safety to our customers is always Delta's #1 priority, and your plane. And this is right after the just before my flight. All those planes were cancelled. People were saying that in New York, like your flight might be cancelled. And I'm like, well, if that happens, that happens. I think that's why I was so chill when I almost missed my flight on the return home. But that is crazy. I couldn't, like, I would be... I've been flying on nearly all my life, and yet I've never had anything worse than a bit of bad turbulence. So I've beaten the odds for now. My next flight might be my last. That's just the way it is. It's no different than anyone driving up for a pack of smokes gets hit by a truck. You just have to kind of deal with it. Now, what's this? They're getting down with TikTok Bassets. What the fuck? Oh! This is good. I like this.
You find embarrassing, just remember that the other night, I went home with a man that I've been seeing off and on for about a year, and he whispered to me in a very intimate fashion, I really like you. I said, I really like you too, and because I can't let things just be what they are, I followed it up with, wah.
What's the problem with that, lady? I'd be like, I'd probably start going, no.
Next time you have an awkward experience you find embarrassing, just remember that the other night, I went home with
Justin Wang needs to do one of these.
and he whispered to me in a very intimate fashion, I really like you. I said, I really like you too, and because I can't let things just be what they are, I followed it up with, wah.
Lady, of all the things you could have done in bed, that was probably not embarrassing, okay? You could have farted it. This is brilliant. Actually, I'm going to leave this for Krendar, because he likes this movie a lot, so... what's this one? Oh, this is crazy. Who's up for a jump in a subway? That goes a little different than you expect. Shit's getting real. He has a fucking katana. Fuck you, Pug. I feel strong now because I've got this weeb with a katana. I say that, but like, you wouldn't want to be like a weeb or no weeb. It's like having a child soldier with an AK. It's in fact more terrifying. They're not so trained. So having a weeb with an actual katana, it's fucking terrifying. Okay, you're going to just back off. Shit's reached the weeb ninja mode. I don't know what the context of that fight was, but they were just pummeling the living shit out of that dude. Let's see what this is. Let's have my battle axe. Remember what I told you? Like, hey, when I come over to your place, could you leave the guns in the cabin? Just to show like I'm so out of this culture. I'm like, hey man, we've had a few drinks. It probably wouldn't be a good idea. Because I'm always terrified of going to like a house party and some motherfucker's like, hey guys, want to see my 12 gauge? You know, I actually heard a story from Paul Ziga of someone doing that. He brought out a gun and everyone dogpiled him, took the gun away and kicked him out of the house. Because they were like, no, you don't fuck around with alcohol and guns. But no, I personally don't leave my house without my shoes. Because I could shove them up your ass when I kick it. Unless it's super hot sauce, then yeah. The smoking grasshopper on Twitter. Now what's this? Oh yeah. If only there was some kind of warning system, like flashing lights, drop that barricade, maybe some kind of police. No, what the fuck is what the fuck? I'll make this big. Oh wow! Only the best and brightest get to serve our community.
Oh my god!
Jesus. Look at the way it was dragged on. I have a box cutter with a fresh blade. Motherfucker, you could easily kill someone with that. I was watching The Hobbit on the way over from America, and when he's talking about Sting, the dwarf with the big white hair, and he's like, it's less of a sword and more of a box cutter. No, a letter opener. And I was just thinking, like, yeah, you could still fucking kill someone with a letter opener, as he kills people on numerous occasions. Fucking Sting. Sting's a pretty blade. It's all warped in the center and shiny. Stupid cops do stupid things, as is tradition. Oh, who wants some liquid Chris? I want some liquid Chris.
Greetings, Sachi fans. This is
Greetings.
Chandler here to make this video.
Now that we've lost the OG, Christian, I feel like we've actually just increased our respect for Liquid Chris.
Yeah. I'll make this video to make some special announcements of merch, fan art, and other things. But
Fan art.
First, I gotta say this real quick. Cyrax, you are
Cyrax.
slanderous cowards. I offered to challenge you for a SingStar competition, but you declined because you know you'd get beaten. Also, I saw those Facebook streams. Stop harassing my friends.
I like, I was getting in, before the flight, I was getting into Cyrax, and I like just how pathetic he goes more and more. Like, someone shows up to his house and his grandma has to come out and tell him. Like, he keeps on... This guy isn't much of a motherfucker. He keeps threatening people like, you're welcome to my place. Ah! Like, he clearly has like some sort of fetal alcohol syndrome going on with him. Like, he's just so messed up. And then someone actually takes him up on the offer, comes to the house, and he like hides, and then after he goes, he was like, "We were looking everywhere for you." Like, fuck's sake, this is the biggest shot. Like, this guy, apparently his doctor always says, like, get off the internet. Like, it's just go now.
You bastard, you! I don't appreciate.
He probably actually takes Chris here at his word.
It, especially from a coward like you.
Coward like you.
That's out of the way. I'd like to show you some of my new merch that I've been working on.
Working on the inflections. He gets the inflections so well.
Merchandise. I give you this one right here. It's the shirt.
I love kids.
This is for.
He looks like the dude from Scary Movie. Take my strong arm. He looks like one of the Hills of Eyes mutants. He's so. Oh, he looks like a reject from the Trailer Park Boys. Oh, I love him.
The parents and whatnot that love their children, and or grandparents that love their grandchildren. That's for them. They like to. And here's the spokesperson for that, Mr. Cyrax.
That's in all fairness. That's S should be a Z to show that they also know how to have fun and can be cool.
For that. Next on the agenda, we have this other shirt right here with the Supreme. See if I can. Yeah. See if I can zoom that.
Without it, life is great. You be dead.
It's the official Supreme merch, a collaboration with them.
I want to know the context of this picture. Did they film it for like, was there actually someone living their lives like this? Or was there like a... Because obviously the head is Photoshop, but like the like where is everything Photoshopped? Is it just an element from A, B, C, D?
So glad to do that. Excited about that. On to our last merchandise, which is apparently very popular.
Popular?
Here we are. The inclusive exclusive. Yeah.
I'm Rax, I'm gay, and that's okay.
This one's a big seller for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, that's supportive.
What's that?
I love how you can still see the whites aren't the same as the white on the TV on the T-shirt.
I've been selling them like hotcakes. I went to Charlottesville yesterday, and I've been in the dollar bills. Look at that.
You could buy yourself a personal pizza.
Test market right there. So I'm gonna be putting these up on the official Sanchu and Cyrax shop coming soon.
Ooh.
So that's just a little taste for y'all. But
Hey Bill, good to see you.
on to the next thing. Okay, so let's start this off by showing you the first fan art. Yeah, here it is. It's a Rosachew.
Rosachew.
So it's a good drawing too. I bet if I were Sanchu, I would be very happy to be with Rosachew.
I'm not quite sure what's going on there in between the thighs, but okay.
My sweetheart, if I were.
The ultimate camel toe.
Sanchu. There's the artist right there. Sent me the fan art to go follow them. Okay, so on to the next one.
That's like something more out of Spyro. I love how
we have
I like how it's the gaming magazine from like Metal Gear Solid. That was a nice touch.
Sanchu. Look at him. Isn't he so cool?
He is.
Really cool.
Looks like a decal from a 90s.
Thank you very
Let's get decal from a 90s sort of failed to take off Saturday morning cartoon. He's the main character.
Much. Yeah. And I do like it a lot.
Like the Bubsy show.
Now to the next one.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Funny. We have yours truly, Asachu,
Who looks like he's just made a duty while really high.
over the slanderous imposter.
Oh wait.
Imposter right there.
Yeah, but show Cyrax. I want to see what's on his t-shirt. I think that t-shirt is...
That's pretty funny, I got to say. Yeah. Now look at Sachu's face. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Show me Cyrax.
On to the last one.
No! I kind of want that magazine.
Oh, I could one too.
Custom Robo. the fucking Will Smith slap.
Oh yes, here we are. We have Sachu beating up the imposter right there with the towel. And what's that over there? Oh, look at that. It's Pikachu. Hello, Pikachu. Yeah. And it says, go Sachu. Go beat that imposter Cyrax.
I want to know what he sounds like when the camera's off. Like, how different does he sound from, like, Christian?
And he will. He definitely will.
Yeah. Oh, Among Us, Pikachu.
That's all the fan arts. If you want to send me some fan art, please do. I shall link some things for you to send my fan art. Just email it or send it.
Come on. Oh, I know what we can watch next. We'll catch up on Walter. See what he's been up to. Might have him on in a week or two.
Thank you to all the sweet, lovely artists who have sent me their fan arts. I appreciate it greatly.
Greatly.
Yeah. But I have a very special announcement that I saved last for this. As you may have heard, I, Christian Weston Chandler, was in talks of a collaboration that I mentioned.
Oh.
Well, guess what? That collaboration comes today.
Just falling over.
And now for the collaboration. Drum roll, please. It's Christian, Weston Chandler, and Phil Bar Toys.
Oh.
I love it. It is a pleasure and privilege and honor to be working with them, specifically with this figure.
How are they able to do this? Because what the fuck? All right, hold on. There's a gimmick and then there's a gimmick, okay? Alright, I suppose he's just spoofing somebody, but he's not actually pretending to be outright. He's not stating legally that he is. Okay, yeah. I wonder if actually Christian will ever know that their likeness is being basically easily like replaced and a fortune's being made while they made nothing and are now in jail for their actions. Actually, they probably wouldn't understand. They'd like do some sort of like weird spell on Liquid Chris. Oh, I hope they never get out of jail. They're too mentally unwell.
Look at it. I love it dearly.
I do want an interview though, and I would have said back in the day, Channel 5 be interviewing Christian would have been amazing. But after the whole thing about Andrew coming out, there could be someone else. Who'd be a good interviewer? Who do you think would be a good one? Ooh. Ooh, I'm thinking of tons of great podcasts that they could be on, including yours truly. It's kind of spoiled for choice. Poisoning the Well, or obviously not Down the Rabbit Hole. They would never do a show with them. Oh. Shit Show would be brilliant. Miss Parker? Fuck yeah. Oh. What's the one that's Vosh goes on a lot? They're like Cream of Dog. They're fun. I was actually thinking of reaching out to them in a little while and seeing if they ever want to be on the show or vice versa.
I'm going to treasure it forever.
Someone who wouldn't be good would be Elisa. Elisa Jordana would not be good in interviewing Christian because it would just descend into a "what do you mean?" sort of thing, and Christian would just be like, eh. It wouldn't
You
make the content necessary.
Philbar Toys is very creative.
Okay, so they're just going to show off the toy. And more power to him. I hope he makes a little bit of money. Walter Fate. It's Fatal Walter then. Wop wop. Yay! We've got 2 videos. Men are attracted to fertility and moving in across from a lady. We gotta leave that second because that's gotta be better.
Hey everyone, this is Walter and I'm back here with more posts from Reddit. Once again we return to talk about nice guys. Men who go on about how nice they are in hopes that women will suddenly find that attractive. Being nice isn't a bad thing, of course, but these guys spend more time talking about being nice than actually doing it. You'll see if you don't already know, so let's just get into it with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. 26, male for female. 18 to 26, my life is awesome. Just one piece is missing. I'm not too good at this kind of stuff, but I guess I talk about myself. I'm 26, currently living in Europe, but I'm an American. Blah blah blah. Man, this guy has the attention span of a goldfish. Bruh, these intros are so bad.
Could you imagine going to a dating website and trying to tell something about yourself?
Talk. I am 5'11" to 6 foot, depending on the day. I'm athletic and pretty good looking.
Kinda same. On the height, anyway.
So it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. White, no beard, clean shaven. Take care of myself. Work out daily and focus on my health.
Also focus on myself by the sound of
I
it.
can spend my time with, dedicate my life to. I have everything I need in life. I've experienced the happiness of being in a real relationship and had the pain of that being removed.
Ouch.
A few things about you. You gotta be skinny. Why?
You know, up to this point, everything he says is a little bit, okay, buddy, but nothing crazy. He's already lost me.
Why? I used to be real heavy, but I changed my life. I can't ever go back. It's been 10 years since I started my new life. You gotta be cute at least. White, Christian.
And now he's just totally down in the toilet.
A big deal breaker is a body count. Having had sex before isn't really going to work for us.
Oh, hi, patriarchy.
The two of us can talk about forever. I'm a romantic. I'm willing to do anything for the right gal. Move across the world, come to America, whatever it takes.
That's kind of creepy.
Seemed confused in the last video, so by body count, they mean how many people you've had sex with. And he didn't even say a high body count. No, you gotta be a virgin. What world is this guy living in? And yeah, between the requirement to
wherever we go, Christian follows us.
Be white and the 18 to his own age requirement, it reminds me of Christian's old attraction signs. Just slap a sonnetu on it. Any woman would count herself lucky to reminisce forever about the time this guy attempted sex with her. So romantic. Well, not any woman, just the skinny white Christian ones.
Melvin.
And virgins, of course, because he wants her first time to be a special moment she'll wistfully think about forever, / because he has jealousy issues. Delete as appropriate.
Yep.
Yeah, I usually assume these guys just don't like the idea of being compared to other men. Well then just be good at it.
It's not even that, it's that, it's that they'll be found wanting. They want to actually like, they want like every woman who's had 50 dudes find him to be the special one of all. Also, a lot of men also are terrified that having sex with a woman who's had sex with other men makes you gay because your penis is touching a place where another penis has been. Now, before you say that makes no sense.
I am 29 male. Girl in question is in her 20s, maybe 26 or 27. I live in a college town and there's this restaurant/bar near campus that I really like. A few years back this girl worked there as a hostess and I'd see her all the time. She's super hot and I'll admit I used to go in and hope to see her. She now doesn't work there anymore, but sometimes she'll come get lunch and a drink at the bar and work on her computer. The times I've been there at the same time I've struck up friendly conversation, but she mostly gives short answers and kind of ignores.
That's usually a sign that they don't want to talk to you. Also, if she's coming in here and doing nothing but not talk, if she's doing nothing but like anything but like talking to you, it's a good sign.
She is a grad student now and is working on her dissertation, so she's writing a lot while she's here. Her and the bartender are good friends too, which is relevant.
Okay.
You'd think something like this is bait, but sometimes it's real. I mentioned in my Elliot Rodgers series how he'd try to attract women by sitting at a Starbucks and looking like he was busy and just waiting for them to approach him.
Yeah.
I said that would never work, but apparently men will harass a woman when she's obviously working on a dissertation. He even knows that for a fact that he's still.
Hell, we watched a pickup artist ages ago. Like went to the college library and this was finding a woman on her computer. And the only time she's ever going to want to talk to you is be like, "Oh, sorry, I think you dropped your wallet." "Oh, thank you." That's it.
Still doing it. Yesterday we were both at the bar again, and I tried to make small talk, but she mostly went back to writing.
Yeah.
At one point she gets up to go to the bathroom, and I slid over to her chair and took a peek at her notebook next to her computer.
Nope, 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 nope. Nobody, nope, 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 nope.
She had left both open, but the computer had already gone to sleep mode. She is writing on a somewhat current event. Not anything that's like major news every day, but something that a lot of people are aware of. She came back, I gave it a few minutes, and brought up to both her and the bartender that I saw a cool John Oliver show on the topic she was writing on, without mentioning she was writing on it. She just said, yeah, it's a good one, and kept working.
Dude, you're basically wishing she could hide in a cocoon at this point.
I tried asking her more about what her thoughts were, but she just said she needed to keep working. I then saw the bartender go over to her end of the bar, and they spoke quietly before the girl gave me a strange look and started packing up her things to move out to the patio. I asked her why she was moving, and she said she wanted to work in peace and without anyone creeping on her notes. I sort of laughed nervously and made a half joke to the bartender, who just said, "You're just lucky I didn't ask you to leave." It's always a good sign when a man goes to an establishment just to try to hit on a woman and invade her.
Why not just ask him to leave? Were they so low on patrons?
Privacy by sneaking a look at her private laptop. That shows that he's stalker-like, has no regard for somebody's personal space and privacy, and also doesn't realize he is a creep. Way to go. Considering he posted it to Reddit, he probably still doesn't think he did anything wrong, and will probably continue trying to hit on the.
I hope that, like, his friends, if he has any, sees that and then goes, "Hey man, we need to talk to you about what you wrote up on Reddit, and we want to know, what do you think you did wrong?" And if he says something like, "Well, I didn't do anything wrong," no, you did, and we're gonna have a long conversation about this. Hey Raisin, you missed out the part where well, possibly you missed out the part where a guy thought it was cool to look at a random woman's computer in an attempt to woo her.
The same woman at the same bar somehow. But up next, we have another one about how women are only attracted
Lucas, yeah.
in their early 20s. LMAO, it's hilarious, isn't it? 1, they had ample opportunity to be with this guy when they were young and at their peak. They didn't, though, because he wasn't good enough for them. Reed wasn't a bad boy, because despite what women claim, they naturally find sociopaths and psychopaths vastly more attractive. But now that he's at his peak, and they're not at theirs, suddenly they want him? Nope. You had your chance and you blew it. 2, they fail to realize he is the one in his prime now. When women are in their prime, early 20s, they exclusively fuck the top guys and don't feel any remorse about it.
It's the same story over and over and over again. They just always fucking bitch about it. Oh, when they're in their 20s, they'll fuck douchebags, and then when they're older and used up, they come to nice guys like me, but I won't have it because I don't want to have to deal with the kids, blah, 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 blah. No, you know what they'll do, buddy? They won't go to you at all. Even then, they'll go to someone who's stable and chill. You're not that. You get no one. You get no one. Nothing. You die alone. That's a tragedy in a statistic that needs to look at, but when you look at the individuals, you're like, yeah, I can see why you're dying alone.
Now he's in his prime and them far beyond it and they expect relationships with him? Nope, sorry. You are way below him on the attractiveness scale now. Why should he pick you when he can get much more attractive women?
Oh, Andrew Tate's been continuously held in custody, and his probe has been expanded outwards now. Interestingly enough, on his Twitter, he said that if that is indeed him or just someone he hires for his Twitter, he said that he had a he thought that the American police system was bad, but the Romanians worse. But he intentionally went over to Romania because of what he thought to be lax laws about basically child trafficking, human trafficking, and like sexual assault. There's all this crazy stuff about footage. Something tells me that some of these guys on this are like Andrew Tate fans or Andrew Tate adjacent.
For someone who complains about sociopaths, he sure comes across as one. 3. There is nothing in it for him. At this point, what does he get out of having a long-term relationship with a girl his age? Sex? He can get sex easily, with younger and with no relationship. Kids? Not with someone that age, and I doubt he wants them. Companionship? Get a fucking dog. It won't divorce you and take half your shit.
Hi, Cobes. Good to see you. Another person who will die alone of thinking like this. Well, in his case, it'll also be a lot of other factors.
The outrage women feel over this is peak hypocrisy. Aren't these the same women screeching about how men feel entitled to sex? Isn't this the same? Also note that most men don't feel entitled to sex. They just complain about their inability to get a meaningful relationship due to women's high standards.
Bathing, not talking about yourself every 5 seconds, not mentioning how white culture is being destroyed, not talking about how all women these days are sluts. These high standards that I just can't compete with. He wants to do what with a dog? No, he's white, but he's not a white woman.
The whole feeling entitled is female projection. They feel entitled to everything from a man, so they assume whenever a man complains about stuff not going well with women, he feels entitled. They equate man complaining about X situation to man feels entitled to X because otherwise they'd have to accept that maybe there's blame on themselves.
What?
By saying he's entitled, you can put it all on him. Indeed, have you ever noticed that the age that sleeping around is appropriate is the age men are at their peak and
Indeed.
Women well past theirs? There's a reason for that. All manufactured. It's to create a situation where women can have their fun.
These motherfuckers really think women are like the power players of the earth.
Sleeping around in their peak does not help that at all, so they shame it.
I will say that there is a sort of hierarchy where women are, to a degree, the gatekeepers of sex, but that's not like genetic. That's just a social acceptance, again, off the whole patriarchy thing, where women are basically being told their worth is now only this much, so they have to be a little bit more reserved in their own sexuality. Plus, they don't want the idea of them being flirty one day and then being oppressed the next, because they can't, often women can't express who they are in a meaningful way without it being construed in a wrong way. A good example is I can just be upfront with my feelings all the time. Right now, I'm in the mood for wanting to fuck someone. Just as a rule. You don't find nearly as many women just saying the same thing. But at some point or another, most women just want to fuck. But people like this douchebag would call them a slut. I always do that. I always try to point at the camera. It's this side. Call them a slut. They're not. They want. Actually, it doesn't matter if they were a slut. There's nothing wrong with being a slut. I'm a slut. I wish I was paid for it. Honorable clown men are the gatekeepers of security. It's an old dance that is outdated and correcting. Yep, it is true. I mean, like, hell, we don't have to be terrified of going to a woman's house. A woman has to be terrified of going to a man's house and sometimes resigns herself that she's going to have sex with him just in case he, doesn't take no for an answer. And that could be a completely bad misjudgment on her part, but she's got a good reason to. This is the heart of toxic masculinity. This is the core of it. It affects everyone in minute ways, obvious ways, and more obscure ways. And then, it's like every time you hear a right-winger talk about a woman who, a trans woman who turns out to be a predator, they'll scream at it. So every time they hear about a woman who faked saying that she was assaulted, they'll say, "See, then we're stuck either way." It's victimized. It's victimhood. Conservative white women are afraid of the green M&M. Oh God, the alpha dude who had them recall the green the M&M, the all-female bag. Oh my God, it's fucking chocolate. No one cares. The alpha dude doesn't care about probably how that came from like slave labor, that chocolate, or how the plastic is probably fucking up the atmosphere, or how it's causing diabetes, or how the price is probably skyrocketed to its actual worth. No, he cares about the fact that some of the fucking icons on the front of it are goddamn female, and one of them is non-binary. Oh no, our corporate overlords are going woke!
What, men in their 30s aren't allowed to sleep around? Says fucking who?
I don't like men these days. This is proof of all things how straight I am. I just fucking don't like most men. These days, it seems most dudes are just fucking, especially the younger generation, their attitudes are so fucking different. Oh my God, they have no confidence. They're terrified. You gotta watch back from Candy now too. Yep.
I mean, if they have a family, sure, but in general? This is also the same reason they shame older men dating younger women.
I've heard this from a lot of people on the left who I watch. When did alpha giga manly men become such fucking pussies? Like, fuck's sake. No wonder they're not getting laid. Most women aren't gay.
The truth is, men of all age groups find early 20s girls the most attractive. This is biological.
I was having this conversation with fucking Two Guns, saying that it's been weird over the years to age myself up because it would just feel wrong for me to hit on younger people, assuming they would even fucking be returning the vibes. And he was like, yeah, like a teenager, not gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, fucking early 20s too. Mid 20s is where it starts up. About 26 now with me. When I'm swiping through Tinder or whatever, it's about 26. Raisinets are better than M&Ms. Both are inferior to the power of Smarties. Thank you very much. Raisinets are better, which is cool. I can identify someone with an M&M now.
Younger women are more fertile, and attractiveness is based on perceived fertility. But older women hate this fact, as it means they have competition, which is vastly stronger than them. So what do? Once again, they shame it. No, it's gross/disgusting. What's funny is usually these girls happily fucked absolutely objective psychos without issue when they were young. They also fail to tell you why someone who is over 18 and allowed to vote shouldn't be treated as an equal adult when it comes to sexual partners.
These motherfuckers vote.
Either you get treated as an adult, thus say a 20-year-old and 35-year-old dating is fine.
I feel so sorry for kids, kids and early 20-year-olds like dating these days. I have no understanding of it. And I know more and more people aren't hooking up, which is all the sadder. It's just, what weird ass fucking attitudes. What weird mindsets that are just going to become not just the norm, but eventually this will be considered conservative. As in like old school. Like, what, you even ask women their opinions? You don't just pin them down on the breeding mat? Now, the breeding mat in a different context would be kind of interesting. But in that case, in my mind, that I'm going to store away for later, that's just fucking, all of that is consent. And even then, the woman in my mind is in her fucking, at least like in 30s. Too crazy is goes second both ways. This dude is a hatter. Oh, yeah.
But you can't pick and choose when convenient. They are adults. That's why it's legal to date them. You can't force people to stop calling you creepy for doing it, though.
Yeah. Once they turn 18 and they want to hook up with a 50-year-old, legal, but ew. Legal, but ew.
Just ask our good friend Lucas Werner. Honestly, I do love...
And here's the thing. A lot of them won't want to hook up with you. Even then. Is a Twister game? Is that the Twister game? If you do it nude and the right thing goes into the right place on the right day, then yeah, maybe.
Stories like this. The reeing from women is great. I myself was not very popular back when younger. Wasn't particularly ugly or fat or anything, but horribly socially awkward and way too nice. To the point that's the first quality people would praise of me is, you're probably the nicest guy I know. As you can imagine, didn't do very well. These days, I'm very much the opposite. I am very successful with women and have many of the traits they want. And yep, I will absolutely use that to sleep around and have fun.
Use.
But I will never give them marriage, ever.
Give. Look at the words he uses.
They literally...
Reeing. Younger, because they're obsessed with their teenage years. Way too nice. Like, this is...
Literally treat men who would marry them like shit when they're young, and then come back round later demanding marriage from them. No.
Lev, some days you have to be creative to keep it fresh. I'm not saying that! Like, for God's sake! Like, I'm still on about the age difference. You want to fucking role play that shit? That's fine, but I hope you guys are fucking old enough to remember when the towers fell. You know? Maybe even what you were doing when the Berlin Wall came down, you know? What was your favorite PlayStation 1 game? Oh, I saw that at a museum once. Swipe. And block.
Well, thank you, LMAO. You made your bed. Anyway, nice vid, brother. You've won a subscribe here. Manosphere vid.
Why should have that on my dating profile? Will not date you unless you remember when the towers fell. With the flag back there.
While I work are a daily habit of mine.
Oh God, I'm aging poorly.
I like hip hop when I'm writing my scripts personally.
Hell yeah. I like the Star Wars version with Ahsoka, and I like the one the Crusader Kings posted up.
It's probably MGTOW, right? Imagine having this intense distrust of half the population of the world like he does. I guess I should say women don't stop being attractive in their 30s, but I feel like kind of a broken record.
See, being sober isn't too bad. A day later. I'm just in the corner. Actually, I shouldn't make fun of that. I will probably have a little bit of withdrawals. Don't know when that'll kick in, but I'll feel it.
this point. Imagine not being able
You know what to do, Bill. Post it up on the Discord.
to find someone your own age attractive. I mean, just look around you and you will see how true it is. Many red pill ideologies
Road Rash 3D. Did I say PlayStation 1? Nuclear Strike. And Final Fantasy 7. So it toss up. Final Fantasy 7 is just such a basic bitch answer, though. But it's so good. Oh, it's such a good vibe. But Nuclear Strike is like my big nerd brain of like 90s warfare. They had all that, like the tactical shit and Final Fantasy 7. Because it has Tifa and Tifa's hot. Modern interpretation of Tifa is better. That's why she made a guest appearance in the Italian Senate.
based, and the fact that women want the alpha and want to use the beta is also true.
Beta!
I mean, why do you think there are so many women out there who complains about men and dating? You should see who they are chasing most of the time and you will notice that there is something in common. Do you think they will chase the average Joe for a relationship when they are in their 20s and no kids? Nope, they
Yes, if they have a connection with him, and that's what they want in their life.
want the bad boy, the alpha male, because they are more interesting. I've seen many interviews and podcasts where they will mostly say that they want an asshole rather than a really nice guy.
Many.
There is also a study showing women are swiping right, yes, on Tinder to 5% of men. 5%.
Now, here's a hint of truth. Anyone who's done both sides of the coin on Tinder will know that women do control that. But again, that's going back to the whole thing about the gatekeeping of sex. Women do get to be choosy. These motherfuckers are just pissy. I don't get nearly as many, likes as other dudes. But I found out that I'm not in like the 5% or the 1% who's just fucking all the time. But I'm in like the 25% of people who have like fairly regular matchings. Or even women find me interesting first. Me! Something tells me these motherfuckers aren't ugly. They probably have really bad camera shots. You gotta work on your selfie business. That's a serious thing you gotta do. Just as a rule. Try to look like you're having fun. Maybe hold a dog. Have at least one picture with you with another person. Just to show that you're interesting. Oh, and as for reverse, ladies, I get it. You like hiking. Every white woman likes to remind us that they like hiking in Ireland. That is like one of the given. Also, around about March, you start seeing the bikini pictures coming in on Tinder as well, which is always nice. But they lose those pictures around about August because they don't feel as comfortable in them. Online swipe apps seem like a bar scene, like meat market. Kind of is. The variables change for depending on each app and where you are in the world, but it kind of is. Here in the West Coast, it's just a free fuck all. You know, you just go up there. Hell, I didn't say this earlier. I got so many likes when I was over there, and I didn't really follow through with any of them, except for on the flight back home. I was starting to look at them and going like, oh shit. And all of them, when they found out I wasn't like living in America, they were all like, oh, well, why didn't you say anything? Yeah, right, okay. The important thing is you think I'm cute. That's awesome. Troy being there with Final Fantasy VII minigames. I get dudes all the time. Too bad they tend to be white. It's not your taste. 100 hours of Final Fantasy VII. Road Rash, a special place in my heart. Oh, 7. I never did finish every single, secret in Final Fantasy VII. And I never have played the remaster. I've just looked at the porn. I'm not even hiding that. Tifa. Round. The body is round. Speaking of, if you're liking the stream so far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the links down below for Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and the wish list. If, however, anyone donates tonight, on a number between 5 and 75 in variables of 5, I will shave off the beard. It will happen every day. I will do this every day until someone finds the number or I run out of time and no one actually discovered it. That I've got until Paddy's Day to pull it off. Hiking and travel. Everyone wants to hike and travel. Amen. Actually, not me. Turn down Air 5000. Spend money for 21st birthday. Fishing rods. Hey, teach a man to fish. Grumpy old man.
It just shows how unrealistic of standards women have nowadays, and how fucked the modern day Western dating is. Why do you think the whole passport bros thing is trending?
Oh, and don't forget that. Don't forget that tomorrow I'll be over on Twitch, and on Thursday the podcast is back. Mango and Elf King will be joining us.
Because men had enough of masculine entitled Western women, and they just want a traditional Asian woman to start a family with.
That's called sex. That's called sex tourism, and that's been around for a lot longer than the lockdown.
And nothing wrong with wanting a family, but trying to have a family as an average man with a Western woman is near impossible. There are exceptions, of course, but those exceptions are so rare it is not worth the wait.
I was reading a goddamn news article on the dozens and dozens and dozens of Asian mongers who go over to the Philippines. They get a girlfriend experience for about $450, knock up the girl, and then never comes back, leaving them with a kid who then is ostracized from the community. And she has to look after her on her own. Sex tourism is, not to mention the fact she was probably like 16 when she got fucked. Like, no.
Oh my god, not the traditional Asian wife. If you're Asian and hate this stereotype, feel free to let me hear about it in the comments. I always get some of those. My ex, a white Canadian, used to tell me all the time that he wished I was more subservient and would bring up Japanese women all the time. He tried to convince me that Japanese women would serve a man his plate on her knees with her head down and back out of the room bowing, and that if I truly wanted him to be happy, I would embrace servitude. I was like, none of...
I'd backhand him. I just backhand him and show, like, how's that for servitude? To show him who the real dominant is. Then he'd have to do it only once. I'd put the fear of God in him as a woman, and then as he'd have to do the whole thing he just described, and as he backed out, I'd be like, so did that make you feel good? And he'd be like, no. Well, it wouldn't have made me feel good. And I'm going to pack up my things, I'm going to leave. You can make up any lie you want, but we both know the truth.
If that is true, and B, what fucking century do you think you're in? 27
hey,
kilometers
Shabby.
away. Nice guy. Helps old people cross the street. Bakes things. Donates to worthy causes. Asks barista how their weekend was. Also married. Seeking discreet shenanigans. Live on the South Coast, and I'm noticing a lot of unhappy out-of-towners walking the streets with their beer-bellied hubbies and ratty kids. Surely, you're after a brief escape?
Listen, buddy, you don't need to advertise that you're a gigolo, okay? Or maybe a juggalo.
Yeah, I bet women really like it when you insult their children. Don't downplay this man's virtue. He probably goes out of his way to ask about the barista's beer-bellied slob of a husband and ratty-ass kids.
King.
I know I'm ugly, but you should settle for me. I know.
Turn the volume up? You all having audio issues? Got my audio here, and I got him here. I'll raise it up here on this end. What?
You want the good-looking guys, but they're all assholes with huge egos. I'll treat you like a queen and worship the ground you walk on. I know I'm not what you want, but you should pick me anyway, cause, okay, one more post, and then I think I'll wrap this up. I'm going to date high school girls. I don't care what anyone says.
Do you care about the fucking police?
I don't like girls my age. I'm 23, and women who are 16 to 18 are what I'm attracted to. Young, wild, and fresh. I don't want women who've been destroyed by numerous amounts of penises. I want
Numerous amounts of penises. I love that. I just love the idea of a woman that's being crushed under like 50 dongs all at once. Like, so it's Walter's fault. You can't blame me. It's Walter's fault.
A fresh, brand new girl. I want someone that I know is all mine, and no worrying about cheating or anything, because virgins are way more loyal anyway, and lower body count women. Virgins.
You had your chance, and I squared him up. I could take him, and if I could take him, I could take you.
Have a lower body count. Yeah, I guess that part checks out. But he thinks high school girls don't cheat? I don't know about that one, Chief. Younger is always better. They will stay younger for a while. Plus now I got a job, my own place, a car, you name it. And I got muscles and an average-sized penis. I'm the perfect husband material, and I'm choosing anyone 16 to 18. It's the age of consent in my state.
Oh my god, the fucking consent law. You know you're bad when you have to call up that it's the consent law. Well, JF Garipi over in this shit?
New Jersey. I just wanted to get this off my chest. Age is a number,
16?
so don't worship this false numerical system we live by. Women 16 to 18 are marriage material.
They're not women. They're kids with boobs.
Yeah, I'm not personally looking to date someone half my age. This guy's only 23, but just wait till he's 43 like Lucas and still after 16-year-olds.
Yep.
That's going to be a great look for him. These were some gross posts, a lot more like incel stuff than nice guy, but it's just what I found today. But that is about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say, make sure you let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading and sometimes responding to those. If you're new here, consider...
Alright, we got apparently this one's gonna be better. That was already fucking wild.
Hey everyone, my name's Walter, and we're back here with some hopefully fresh content from Reddit.
There you big babies, he's at half height.
Today we're here once again to talk about the nice guy.
Volume.
The only requirement for this is being a man who...
Me? I need feminism because I'm tired of most women in media being damsels in distress or sex objects. Distress. I don't know. I thought it was like damsels in dishes or something.
Calls himself nice while simultaneously not being very nice. Let's just begin immediately with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit nice guys. Am I the asshole for calling my friend's girlfriend a gold digger?
Oh, there should be a good picture of all of us on our Discord. If not, it's the one. Hold on, I'll because it's a good like size comparison. Let me just bring it up. I think it's on Twitter. I took a picture of all of us on the bridge on the way back. Raisin, you are so tiny. You're a tiny lady. Let's see where it is. Almost. 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 Around here somewhere. What? Where's the goddamn picture? No, I took it. Did I post it up on the Discord? Photos. Oh my god, did I not actually post it? No, because you guys all saw it. Alright, I'll let Walter play while I look for my phone. I'll post it up on the Discord. Stay with us.
So she was my ex first. In 2021 we dated for 3 months. She was like a fantasy to me. Very intelligent, data scientist, ex-software engineer, and I was constantly in fear she would leave me. I'm a business analyst, didn't make as much as her, and not as attractive as her. I felt like I had gotten my dream girlfriend, and I was scared she would leave, so I did everything I could to make her happy. I bought a new car because she didn't trust my old car and would insist we had to ride in her newer car. I bought a new expensive mattress because she said my bed was lumpy. I even tried to get a new job because I wanted to be good enough for her. I had been single for years before her, and I really thought she might be the one. I've got to feel like thinking you're not good enough for her all the time might not be the best dynamic for a relationship. But it gets worse, of course. Then she broke up with me.
I can relate to that front. Here's my phone. I can relate to that front. I've been in a relationship that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. That they were awesome and I was a piece of trash. Used so well. So it went to two guns. If you want to show your profile, you can't lead one. Retweeted it so you can see on mine. Oh, okay. And my phone was charging over there, which you'd think would be smart of me to actually check, but no, because I'm just a pretty face. You can barely even see. Although, like I said, if anyone donates over the next month and some change, I will, of course, for the right anyway. I will, of course, here it is. Found it for the right dono. Yeah, so here's a good comparison, okay? Raisin, I think it went height-wise, I think it went Raisin, Magicus. Then I think, would you say John Morgan was taller than me? I think he was a little bit taller than me. Well, thank you. I remember, whenever I get hit on, it's usually my eyes. As always though, that's the lack of B12 in my blood. And then of course, by far, two guns fucking looming over us. Jesus Christ. He's 6'1". Oh, then he has an inch on me. I'm 6. Plus, as you might have noticed, I tend to kind of slouch a little bit. One of the barmen in my hostel called me out on that. And he said, there's a reason your back hurts, because you're slouching all the time. And I'm like, yeah, true. I had nothing. He was right. A lot of really cool bar staff. Weird though, one of them asked me to, was he being nice to me? And I was like, well, yeah, I think so. And he's like, could you leave me a good review? Because it's, because apparently everyone says I'm really, like, unpleasant to be around. And I was like, dude, I don't think you're unpleasant, but I think you're a little bit detached. He did kind of seem like he backed off, and he said, that's what I kind of aim for. Like, he doesn't want to be harassing people every 5 seconds in your face. Like, yeah, but some people might see that as, like, being cold and distant, so he's kind of a catch-22 there. Gene's only 2 inches shorter than you. Yeah, I guess he is. It was fun watching Magicus get so groggy and like food coma-y that he was melting into the sofa. I thought that was brilliant.
Told me we weren't compatible. I know she didn't see me as good enough for her. I know she didn't consider me her intellectual equal. Whenever I didn't get the things she was talking about, she would get annoyed. She wanted me to talk to her with the complex math she was working on, and I didn't get it.
He wasn't slouching that bad.
When he's made it abundantly clear that he doesn't even think he's good enough for her.
7'2".
I was.
The platform shoes from the 1970s don't count there, Shabby. You have to take them off. The one with the fish inside them.
And was depressed for a long time. It got worse when she got with my childhood friend, 6 months of that after we broke up. He's a doctor and was a physics major like her, and it's killing me to know she went to him because he's clearly more successful than me. We had a mutual friend's wedding to go to near the holidays. I was a bit drunk and she was telling the bride she and my friend just bought a house and she was going to be moving to this really expensive neighborhood in our city. She was showing her photos to their new house and I just couldn't hold my tongue and I muttered that she was a gold digger who tricked my friend into buying her a house.
This just sounds like someone's pissy.
Overheard ignored me, and my ex got really angry and called me an asshole, among other names, and the bride told me to stay away from her, my ex, and I left before the dance to not cause a scene. I feel like she is stealing my friend, too. I don't have many, and now that she is dating my friend, she is going to all my friends' get-togethers, and I'm not feeling like I can go.
This sounds like a you problem, buddy.
Oh, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. And I say this as someone who knows a few things about getting drunk and talking shit.
Yep.
This guy's way too obsessed with money.
Although every time I've had a drink with Walter, he just gets groggy.
He doesn't even have a bad job, but he's still so insecure about it. I can probably understand why you'd break up with someone who isn't able to understand the things you're passionate about, though. To be honest, it doesn't even sound like it was just the intelligence difference. This person just seems full of self-loathing, and probably is a bore to be around. Also, screaming I tried to do everything to make sure she didn't break up with me just screams of overly clingy behavior that would absolutely wind most people up.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't.
She could have, for example, wanted him to, because at first he was chill and not like the guys around her. You know, he had his own interests, because most women like men who have their own interests. Their own likes and dislikes. They don't want clones. What's this? Facebook? I don't care about you, Facebook. Why would I care? Oh, wait, no, Facebook. When?
The actual intelligence difference, it was that it bothered him. I've dated men like that. It's horrible. Incels are a tiny portion of the male population. Most men aren't deeply hateful or resentful towards women. They just want love and a woman to care about them.
True, but that number is growing. Ah. That's different. That number is growing, and it's getting increasingly scarier.
That word incel is just thrown around as an insult towards any man who struggles with women. Most men go through dry spells and rough patches when it comes to dating. The real question is, why do so many men have trouble finding partners these days? I do believe in taking responsibility for your own life, but I also believe that the current structure of society creates men who aren't deemed attractive to the bulk of women. When women have police to protect them, jobs to pay their own bills, attention and validation from social media and dating apps, this renders many men useless to women. I've noticed how visual females are.
I feel like I got girl feet. You do. You'd look great in some pumps. That would increase your height a little bit.
Especially here in the West, when it comes to who they date or sleep with. I don't believe women were this fixated on man's appearance decades ago.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Back then, they relied on finding a good man to take care of them. Nowadays, they no longer need that, so they just get to go with whoever floats their boat, with very few consequences for their actions.
You're the original concept art for Yoda there, Shabisky. How come I can never get my point across? I say, oh, this, and then I look online and it just doesn't appear. Original concept art. God damn it. Point is, they were going to make Yoda originally a giant. I never got around to it.
First off, he's right about the word incel being thrown around too much. It gets old. But is this essentially complaining that women have a choice in who they end up with? That last part, without consequences for their actions, is the main takeaway. There's nothing these people relish more than a woman that was put in her place / knocked down a peg.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching that Siren dude. Because while he does some non-female stuff, it's mostly just women being treated like trash.
With whatever floats their boat. Oh no, they get a say in their partner and don't have to marry someone just because their father received a cow in exchange. Dear older males, please stop hitting on the younger females in the drive-thru. Get your order taken, pay, get your food, and leave. This isn't a dating service. Thank you.
You got a girl's dumpy there, Shabby. Get yourself some booty shorts and go on Twitch. Oh no, I'm bending over to pick something up repeatedly every time I receive a $5 donation.
Serious question though, because commenting was turned off. I don't understand how this can be such an issue when this used to be the norm to get dates, especially in the older males generation.
Older
Before
males.
we had cell phones in our hands 24/7. In my opinion, you should be flattered and humbled that someone taken a notice to you and would like to get to know you. I'm just honestly concerned where this society has to use the Tinder or Bumble or the Grinder.
The Thimble. Oh my god, he sounds like he's in his fucking 70s. Also, I bet he doesn't like Bumble. Women are supposed to make the first move on Bumble.
That's the thing. We'll fact check later. Stuff nowadays. What happened to the bumping into somebody and stuff taking off from there?
That happens all the time. Happens all the time.
Social again. And normalize being a sociable community. Just my 2 cents. Please flame on. Flattered and humbled. That's not how you feel when someone you aren't attracted to asks you out. It's fucking awkward. I worked in...
What? You've never been flattered? Be asked out? I've been flattered to be asked out and said thanks, but no thanks. Humbled? Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Fast food as a teenager before the online dating era, and can assure this guy that the girls I worked with didn't want to get hit on by gross old guys then either.
Yep.
It's not a sign of the times. I now qualify as the gross old guy and very much stick to the philosophy of order, pay, say thanks, and get the fuck out. Wow, look at this story. Had one dude that knew every car all of us women drove to make sure we were safe. When I got a new car, if I saw his car in the lot, I'd park on the other side of the lot and walk so he didn't find out what my new car was.
What?
My apartment manager used to hide in her office with the lights off. I don't blame her. He actually followed her home one night.
What?
And definitely fixated on her more than the rest of us. If he was coming, because when we tried to ban him, the store manager said, he's a paying customer. When he found out I was moving after college, he asked where I was moving to. Even though I was planning to move 3 months after this conversation, I told him not sure yet. I absolutely knew where I was going.
See, this is the shit. How many dudes have to put up with this shit, and how many women have to take it as fucking, like, gospel? It's like the way black kids are trained in things that white kids aren't. You know, this is what happens when a cop pulls you over. This is what happens when a guy hits on you at a bar or in a restaurant or stops you in the street.
Top moments with him. 1. Tried to hold my hand. 2. Asked my assistant manager and a shift supervisor to marry him. Asked them at the same time. 3. When shift supervisor's now husband asked Creep to stop harassing all of us in our place of work, Creep asked how DH knew about that. 4. When he stopped seeing my first car in the lot, he offered to buy me a new car if I'd go to dinner with him.
I'd have him buy the car, and when he comes around to drop it off, have like a bunch of dudes going, have all my gay friends show up and be like, "Oh my god, thanks for the car! Wow! So which one of us is you want to take us out to dinner? You know." I don't know why I gave him such a campy voice. They needed to be over the top in this situation just to make him feel more uncomfortable.
Edited to add. The male coworkers in our department felt for us and encouraged us to hide so they could help him to save us from being harassed. I was hiding in earshot one night. Creep asked why none of us girls were getting scheduled anymore. Dude couldn't tell the truth. Creep would go to store manager and complain we weren't friendly if we didn't put up with his harassment. So he said we all transferred to different stores and only occasionally covered shifts at our store. And this woman says that she would get hit on over the phone while working at a call center. That has to be a whole new level of desperation in my eyes.
No, I've heard of that before. If there's a woman working somewhere, she's gonna be hit on. Just give it time. My wiener hurts when I smack it. Well, you need to smack it harder to show you're in charge.
Hey, you there? Hello? Wow, you're gonna ghost me after one date? I see how it is. Literally, I treated you right, and then you won't even answer me after one date? Goddamn disgrace. I don't know why I even gave you a chance in the first place, going out with a cockroach like you. Honestly, I shouldn't be surprised. Nowadays, women just want to chase after assholes with shit for brains. Stupid bitch. Fucking whore bitch. Okay. Well, it's good to know I dodged a bullet. Good night. Oh, now you're gonna block me, are you? Like all the rest, you brain-dead c... Go ahead and do that, I don't care. Never should have spoken to you in the first place. According to the OP, it took exactly 9 minutes and 38 seconds from the first message to him completely losing his mind.
Wow, that's slow in comparison to some of the other guys out there. I'm on Tinder right now. Like, I'm letting Walter do the heavy lifting. I'm still recovering from the trip. Sue me.
It's so annoying for me to watch men being this emotional over nothing. It took him 9.5 minutes to snap like that? Holy crap, I'm surprised he made it through a whole date. Dodged a bullet is fucking right.
How did a scrub get in here? You security sucks ass. Just saying. Hey, that scrub is here to remind us all how good we have it.
Now it looks like we're going back to Am I the Asshole? It's quite popular. Am I the asshole for renting a flat opposite my coworker's house?
This is what I wanted to hear.
My coworker, female 33, and I, male 43, used to get along great until a few weeks ago when she suddenly became very cold towards me after work night out. I asked her out once or twice, but she rejected me, so I gave up, figuring that if she changes her mind, she knows where to find me. I understand a bit when high school guys ask out the same girl multiple times, but this guy's 43. The same age as Lucas Werner, in fact. You'd think he'd know better by now.
Lucas looks so disheveled and so distant. I don't think he's even capable of speech anymore on the same level as he could have. I almost feel sorry for him till I remember who he is.
My lease was coming to an end and I needed a new place to live. Through grapevine, I found out that a flat directly in front of her house was for rent immediately. No wait, so I grabbed it.
Tell you what, Shabby. You donate a multiple of 5 right now, and I'll block one person you wish to be blocked. It can be anywhere between 5 or 75. That goes for all of you. I will also, if you hit one of those numbers that I deem in my skull worthy, I will shave the beard, for it is time.
Just to explain.
Otherwise, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.
It a bit, the street is 2 long rows of terraced houses directly facing each, with each flat above ground level having a huge bay window. Awesome flats, so I signed the lease immediately. My bay window is right in front of hers, which shouldn't be a problem. It's not my fault she doesn't use curtains. I use the
Not to brag, but the guy who founded MySpace liked mine. I was unique. I'll donate 448 if you delete Red Eye from our world. Dude, that wouldn't even cost the flight over. Like, the flights are like 800 and something. Like, and I'd have to find accommodation. I'd have to reach out to the underworld of Australia to get my hands of a gun or an explosive. Find out where he lives. So that requires fucking donation. The fucking money. Because donating to the criminal underworld of Australia. Then I'd have to wait until there's a good time. Then I'd have to decide how I'm doing it. And then I'd have to call up my contacts in Southeast Asia heroin trade so they could smuggle me out to Jakarta. Then I could get myself a fake passport. It's not worth it, man.
Big room is kind of a sitting room mixed with my gaming room, and I set up my computer and desk directly by the window. So when I am gaming, I look directly outside.
That is creepy.
My god, we actually know what happened. He said that she couldn't take a joke, but that's all we have for details. Could he really be doing all this on accident? He must be making her feel uncomfortable on purpose. As I said, this shouldn't be a problem. Plenty of people do that. She hasn't said anything for a week or so. Not sure if she even knew that I lived there. But recently I saw her looking at me and I smiled and waved at her. She made a strange...
Noodling for fish in your ass. Let's be honest, Shabby's fat dumpy, he's probably got himself a nice catfish in there. Hey, he would if it was Pip.
Strange face, waved back and left the room. She's been telling everyone at work that I am a creep and a stalker. Just
You kinda are, buddy.
In front of hers.
Yeah.
I am considering going to HR because she's been slandering me all over, but wanted to double check if I am in the clear. Am I the asshole for renting a flat directly in front of hers? I'm a guy,
little.
and I'd be creeped out if someone that was trying to get close to me rented out a place opposite of me. And from OP's description, he rented it out because it was opposite to her.
Yep.
Like not I rented a place and later discovered. Can't believe someone in their right mind would post this. I moved and later discovered that a very casual acquaintance lived in the same building. And that was really weird for the both of us. I can't even imagine how creeped out I would be by OP's actions. Also, so much justification for how he did it. It was just such a good place, he couldn't pass it up. Not his...
Easily breakdownable doors, being able to see what was going on in the bathroom through the window. It was just a great, great opportunity.
It's fault that she doesn't have curtains in that spot. Anybody would set themselves up in a spot where they would be positioned to look through her window and see into her apartment while gaming. She didn't know he was moving there, but he knew she lived there and didn't once mention it to her. And then saw that she didn't have curtains while deciding his room layout. Saw her looking at him and just smiled and waved despite not knowing if she was aware he lived there now. Yeah, he's like, if you think about it, it's completely plausible that someone doing this same thing might not be a creep. Okay, one more post for today. Friend zone. Why do people think it's okay for them to act like they like you, and when you start catching feelings, they pull the, oh, I just want to be friends thing? Here's a little tip, ladies. Some men do start catching feelings quick. Not all, but some do. But I guess oh well, because I'm sorry, guys, but our feelings don't matter.
We'll move on to non-bitch boy stuff after this. Sorry, Shabby, but you gotta go. Oh!
Hence the reason why the male sucked rate is up. And no, I'm not saying I'm gonna kill myself, but that is a part of the reason men kill themselves. So do all men a favor. Don't act like you like them if you have no intentions of any kind of relationship with them. Isn't friendship a kind of relationship? It's not like women are always sure what they want from the start either. Be nice to a guy, leading them on. Don't be nice. Stuck-up bitch. A couple of great options there. But that is about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for...
Thank you, Walter. Go and subscribe to Walter. We'll have him on in a week or two. Whenever he's free next. Wow. Oh shit, there's gonna be a new creator clash? Oh, but I can't watch this because if I do, the copyright gods will be angry at me. Alright, let's see. We still got some other stuff I've saved. Oh! From basic bitches to giga chads. There's a muscle-bound Canadian lesbian version of the horny woodchopper TikTok guy. Yes, there is.
I am so excited for this. Well, let's get this open. Oh, we're so excited. Oh, golly.
Golly!
This is a wood-splitting sword. Well, let's give it
a wood-splitting sword. Because those are things you need. Holy fuck.
All of my childhood dreams have just come true.
And I'm sure you've made many people's dreams come true in a different sense. Wait, the winning team submission official music video. Wait, is this the one that you made, Shabby? It is. We already watched that. Away with you. Away with you. We already have one too many Shabuskis. I remember this. This is awesome. I'll hire it up.
Hooray!
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 Watch it over and over again. You know what, Shabby? You don't need to ruin a good thing. Once enough. The night was already perfect. Oh shit, we have to watch this. Who's up for some Andrew Tate rapping?
I'm the type of guy, bitches on the side. I'ma spend the money, we can spend a little time. All you gotta do is ask me, and I can make you look classy. Second that you walk past me, I turned the whip around, I had to get you in my backseat. They call me Mr. Plenty, plenty. Check the leather on the Bentley. Sure your friends will get friendly. Maybe I could be your sugar daddy, yeah.
He rhymed sugar daddy with sugar daddy. He rhymed sugar daddy with sugar daddy. Back to back. Shabby, I'm sorry, but this is what a real rapper looks like. Well, it rhymes like rapper anyway. Oh, he's in jail right now. That was terrifying. I love it. I love it because the same reason I love watching Chris Chan try to play music. Because we all know now it was already bad enough to begin with. Wait, Dennis Prager incest not so bad? What the fuck? I just had to buy a new monitor because he's so shit. What can I say? He works fast, doesn't he?
There's no secular argument against adult incest.
Does a produced child? That's bad from a genetic point of view. There's also a sense of failure that comes from having failed outside of the family, forcing it inwards. Plus, when you look at your siblings and you see, do you really look at, or like your family members, do you honestly look at it and go, yeah, that's hot? Or do you look at them and go, oh, this asshole right here?
Brother and sister want to make love?
Well, he did rap.
What's your argument? That they're going to produce mentally offspring?
Yeah, that's a pretty bad argument to be made right there, as in like a pretty good reason, because it's a pretty bad outcome. But you do realize that, like, how to put this? Religious people don't have a monopoly on morals. They've just superseded them. Like, the Code of Hammurabi is not Abrahamic, nor are the rules of a tribe in the middle of Africa somewhere. You could say that they're both backed by religion, but they're also backed by a sense of common decency and sense. It's why you don't see atheists just setting fire to things for the sake of it. Even nihilists don't do that. They just tend to just kill themselves.
It takes many generations of inbreeding to do that.
I'm sure you'd know.
If you need religious doctrine to dissuade you from having sex with your siblings, you might have a problem. You might have a problem.
Smidge.
Now, is incest that bad? It seemed like that's the question Dennis Prager was debating on his radio show.
You should have him back on to debate that.
I mean, the guy, by the way, after the debate, literally.
Live stream it or shut the fuck up. That's the equivalent of, that's something a streamer can say to another streamer. Pixar, it didn't happen, but that's our version. Live stream it or it didn't happen.
Early the next day, he was complaining about me on his radio show.
A video can also count.
One of our neighbors who listens to him, unfortunately, was like, Dennis Prager's saying mean things about you on his radio show. I'm like, yeah, he should. I crushed him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just, before we even comment, let's just give him a chance. Maybe there's a redeeming moment in this argument. Who knows? Let's watch.
I'm gonna leave Dennis Prager on the screen, ruining your life as I go and empty my bladder of urine. It is an end result of drinking large amounts of liquid. Actually, any amount of liquid given enough time will be turned into urine into your bladder. It also goes through your kidneys and your liver as well. Well, not your liver per se, but I mean, it's all revolved. Your stomach was used as well. But I'll let you enjoy the immaculate tones of a incredibly wealthy conservative bigot.
No secular argument against adult consensual incest. There's a religious argument. Sex cannot enter family life. It's a big taboo. See, people think that we could live without the greatest source of wisdom and morality in the history of the world, the Bible. That's what they think. Even some secular conservatives think that. They don't realize they're living on the fumes of the Judeo-Christian value system. But if you ultimately extract those flowers from the soil that nurtured them, those flowers will wither and die.
I don't.
John, we're both atheists.
Yes, notably.
And we understand fully how wrong incest is, and we don't need a religious doctrine to explain it to us, to dissuade us from engaging in it. What is wrong with these people?
Well,
my theory is that they never, ever realized that moral oral was a work of fiction.
I think that we were born broken.
Oh yeah, it is actually. It is 100% in the Bible numerous times. It has to be by default, Adam and Eve, but also with Noah getting drunk by his sisters. There's a few cases of it. If anything, you could make an argument. The Zoroastrians, who were a offshoot of the Abrahamic faith, they're the ones who the Persians believed. They believed in the royal prerogative of the families. The families had to be intermarried to produce children of out of incest, and their faith believed that. The ancient Egyptians married sister and brother to produce children. There's, I think, something in China, something similar to that. Point is that, like, moral compasses based on faith can be as abstract as anything. There is almost certainly a small group of very horny dudes who probably think that it's okay to marry your mom. Is that Syphilis? Jocasta? I don't know. And I guarantee you there's like some weird dodgy website up trying to explain it. It's moral, and yet no society has en masse done this for centuries, just like we don't practice cannibalism for centuries, because we know it's wrong. We know it's wrong because everyone else knows it's wrong. But if everyone started to think that it was okay, then it would become okay. Religion has no say on it. They're just trying to make everything... It's like those fuckers who think that the gay flag is actually stolen from the Bible. They just wish their faith had a gay flag. They don't. They have a little white flag which is a flag of surrender with a cross in the middle, which is a symbol of a dude having the worst day in his fucking life. Use the fish. Don't be a dick.
You weren't born and raised in the normal way, where you are filled with a burning lust for your family members that only
that guy on the left saw him.
Judeo-Christian values can briefly stop you from acting on, I guess. We're just messed up, and we just, we're attracted to other people that aren't in our family and we didn't grow up with, I guess. By the way, can we just briefly note, the fact that he's making the argument is the greatest indication that maybe...
Fuck Steven Crowder. I want these mugs. I don't want the Young Turks logo on the side of them, but I want the actual mug itself. I like how big it is.
In his case, Judaism or Christianity, whatever, is the only thing that would stop these people from engaging in incest. But also, you'll notice that in his hypothetical, he was going to say something about the sexual joining of brother and sister, and there are many ways you can refer to two people engaging in intercourse. He chose if a brother and sister make love.
Oh God, it's
of all of the ways.
There's like
What are you doing, Step Prager?
You chose the romantic one.
Help me. I'm stuck in the Bible depository chute.
Lots of heebie-jeebies going on. So disgusting. Why is he talking about this? By the way,
you gotta fill time. He can't talk about income inequality or the climate crisis or anything. Do you have any idea how difficult?
Anyone who listens to him at this point now is the same people who listen to Glenn Beck. They're just old people who have nothing to do but go to church, shake their head at the young folk, vote Republican, and die. That's it. That's all they have left. So they're going to make life as annoying as to everyone else. When I'm their age, I hope I am still doing good in this world. They don't have a moral high ground. They have moral nothing because they never live the way they should be living. He is a bad Jewish person, for example, because he is imposing his faith onto others. Which is odd because while he's Jewish, he mostly talks about Christianity, which is even worse. He is also not a very good Christian because he's not humble in the slightest. He's not respectful and quiet. He should be in the corner somewhere. We should be going to him. Say what you want about the Amish, but they don't ever impose their fucking will on people. They impose their will on their children, then they have a chance to leave. And most do. Seriously, they get a chance when they're like old enough to go to like cities and shit and just kind of vibe. And they're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then they just don't come back. And these two fucks are useless fucking morons with no journalistic integrity at all. True, but they are talking about something we can all agree on. Dennis Prager's a piece of shit. What the fuck? Okay, I don't remember clipping on this. Oh, I remember this now. City has quietly agreed to pay a homeless man. Love is love, guys. Even towards your step, giant quotations, sister and the Bible shoot. The city has quietly agreed to pay the homeless man $135,000 after a cops drag him off a nearly empty train because he was allegedly taking up 2 seats. Jesus Christ. Cops.
Don't touch this. Get off of me. Come on, just step up. Get off of me.
Oh, fuck. I wonder how many people in the chat are on stuff like this will be like, well, of course, I mean, he's black. Yeah, no, pigs are pigs. Once you put on that uniform, it doesn't matter. Fucking assholes. We need cops, but cops can do better worldwide. Not every, I can't imagine every country in the world has police departments that are just like as nightmarish as the American one. I didn't see that many cops in the States. I think I saw about a grand total of 5 when I was there. Alright, let's have a look at, what the fuck? And I just finished, okay. Now I just finished a whole bottle of water, so...
There's nothing quite like a fresh glass of water. But how fresh is water?
I was told it was 14 kidneys on average, the glass of water you've had has gone through.
Well, believe it or not, as much as half of the water you drink is older than the sun. The universe contained water before our sun was born, but for a long time it was feared that when a star is born, nearby water could be obliterated into hydrogen and oxygen, and the cosmic rays needed to form plentiful water again could be blocked by its solar wind. Only in rare circumstances, like our own, could a sun reform new younger water in its system after its birth. But recent studies of the water around us and models of how water forms in the first place have found that anywhere from 30 to 50% of the water in our solar system, the water we drink and bathe in, predates the sun. Which is embarrassing for our container technology. Chemicals in packaging can leach into water, giving it a bad taste over time. So even though much of this water has been around longer than our solar system, it expires in just a few years.
I never really thought of that. Why would the water be out of date on a plastic?
Every day when the bell rings at their school, this boy named John runs to his next class as fast as he can. It started with a few students cheering him on as he went, but now hundreds of students at their school line up to see John run every day cheering his name. Even setting up a finish line for him to cross like it's a race, with some kids trying to get a selfie with him as he runs by. These students even raised over $300 to buy John some new running shoes, knowing how much he loves to do this. Every day when the
Good for you, John. Keep active, keep healthy, or else you'll end up an old fart like me. That's it. Kent Rolling Short.
Better than any store-bought bacon you can find.
This is
Pork belly.
just a minute ago.
I just went ahead and got this without the skin, or the rind as I call it, and then I just cleaned it out. We're gonna make us some marinade. So we got kosher salt, and then we got some applesauce, some brown sugar, and I like me some maple syrup. Coarse ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons of Red River Ranch mosquito.
He was enjoying himself, Shabisky. If only we could have such joy on the simple things in life. Us in our modern world, our modern tastes and sensibilities. Can we not just stop and appreciate a good run?
Seasoning with that anchovy.
No.
Chili powder in there. Add you about a half cup of warm water in there. Stir that really well. Just pour half of it over the top. Seal it up good. Set it in an ice box. End of that 3 days, go ahead and what? Rinse all that stuff off her. Got our hog on there? Well, at an hour and a half, I done snuck out here.
Error.
Opened it up, flipped the bacon over. Folks, at that time, we have smoke cured this bacon. Look at that. I mean, and it makes me do the wavy bacon dance. It does.
I like the wavy bacon dance. I also like the bacon in general, so it's good all around. Let's see what Cobes is up to. No, we need hold on, we gotta see how many ordinary sausage episodes we can catch up with. Oh god, the sausage quest. Okay, so on Thursday, I'll be watching the sausage quest with Krendar. We have to. But alright, just one for now. Liquid smoke, let's see, beef burrito. So beef tendon was the last one we watched. Beef bucket sausage, popsicle flavored, Costco rosetta chicken, which is probably taste amazing. Liquid smoked sausage and frozen pizza sausage. Or dehydrated pork sausage. Oh, first person to say in the chat, this, or this, and I will pick it. And Shabby, if you went viral for running, it better be because Pimp Monk wants to go a noodling in you, and he's right behind you. EB a noodling. You better be wearing that that shirt Ben and Billy gave you. What's going on here? Oh, I forgot it's a Wednesday today. Right now, it just turned Wednesday. Rehydrated popsicle pizza. Oh, Troy won out. He typed it first.
Well, hey there, folks, and welcome back. I guess. Crust Supreme Pizza. I tried to pick
The sad man's choice of food. I'm probably gonna pick up one of them tomorrow.
one that was the cheapest. This bad boy was $3.79.
Really?
I think I've seen.
Oh god, I can beat that really easy. Give me a second. I can show you the saddest pizza known to man, the frozen pizza. Here. Behold! €1.25 here. It's €1.50 in Tesco's. This is the best way I can describe it is that this is simply the concept of crunchy. The tomato sauce is like the super cheap stuff you give to a kid that's super sweet. And the rest is grease. It's filling. You can pretend from a distance that you're eating a pizza.
Tostino's pizza for cheaper, but we've done the pizza rolls already. All right, here comes the reveal. Oh,
Yep.
It looks good. And this was the cheap one. This pizza's got it all. It's got tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, Italian sausage, pepperoni, green and red peppers, onions, and black olives. We're not going to cook it. We're going to throw it
Olives.
in frozen and use the sausage cooking process as the way to cook this pizza. Will I be able to fold it, or am I going to have to cut it? Hey, chop!
That didn't work. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to find a better way to do this. That's a fine looking slice right there. We'll make it a little bit easier for it to fit in the grinder. This show's just not about making sausages. It's about, finding value in a valueless world. Bum, bum, bum. Alrighty.
Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare to grind, probably. It's gonna be so dry.
What a value! You can get 4 cups of pizza for only $3.79. I'm the sausage man. Skibby dibby dibby dum da da do. Could be ground up frozen pizza. Could be a bucket of vomit. Does
It could
that
be.
mean vomit?
It could be two things.
Sausage is just around the corner. I would argue we already did that when we made the Johnsonville sausages. Oh, this is.
It's pure constipation. And look at that foreskin right there. Oh, beautiful.
This is gonna be a tough one to sausage. If it works for a bucket of beef, it should work for a frozen pizza. In 3, 2, 1, let's sausage.
I missed you.
Oh, I don't think it helped in the slightest.
No.
We're slowly getting there. Oh, I think I felt my shoulder crack. We accomplished the unaccomplishable. It actually looks pretty good.
It's just gonna be flavored bread sausage. That's all it is.
Good. My only worry is the cheese factor. The cheese is known for making some pretty gooey sausages. With special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo box artist.
Yeah.
This guy. This is the second Family Guy comparison we've had, and I don't think I sound anything like Peter Griffin. I'll try to do an impression. Hey, Lois, were you there when I farted? Hey, Lois, were you there when I farted? That will be the end of the impressions. This Will It Blow is brought to you by me.
No, it's not. Ignore your suggestions. And let's get back to the blowing.
So will it blow?
No.
No, it's not gonna happen. And that was a pretty bad will it throw on top of it. So I'm gonna have to give that will it blow 0 Mark Ruffalo's.
Womp womp.
Here we go.
I'm gonna say it's gonna pop. It's gonna burst. We'll see.
Oh my. We'll just put that one right back down. Rising to the occasion. I gotta say, this is one of the best looking sausages we've had in a very long time.
Okay.
Looks good. Looks incredibly.
It looks incredibly solid and even.
Greasy, but looks good. There we go. Here we go. This cracks the possibilities wide open. Of course you got the crispy skin. Of course you got a solid sausage. Do a little autopsy on this sausage. I think I'm gonna need to sharpen my knife. It's a little potatoey on the inside. It's kind of in a between state of mushy and solidness. Also, you do have a little bit of that freezer burn taste to it. So listen, if you got a frozen pizza in your freezer, by all means, turn it into a sausage. I'm gonna docket you.
All you need is the sausage grinder, and then the press, and then the packaging.
Half a point. So I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 4.5 out of 5.
Bop, 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 bop,
Bop, bop. It was good to see you, sausage. See you on Thursday. Technically tomorrow for me. Yeah, Cobra. Has he made it new? Oh yeah, the mass shootings. British cussing at what? Oh God, rocket power. I was just old enough to still like find this mildly interesting. I always like the Weekenders more.
Let's go. We may not see him for weeks. You guys winked on him pretty hard. We weren't wanking. We were being tough. Hockey's a tough game. Yeah, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the street. Good one, Twist. You're a real poet.
What? British cussing in the cartoon. What? Where?
Let's go. Pretty hard. Weeks. We may not see him for weeks. You guys winked on him pretty hard. We weren't wanking. We were being tough.
They're not saying wanking. They couldn't have. Everyone by that point knew what that word meant. Whoop. Ah! God, I'm hungry. Wait, he did a video cleaning out his fridge? Okay, so he's got a sandwich there. Got some Bud Light. No idea what that is. Some sauces. Butter, eggs, milk, Mountain Dew, candy bar. I think it's a protein bar. No idea. Oh, that's the dragon roll. We know you made the terrible bacon stuff. No, it's ruined! Real bacon bits. Oh, you saved it. Oh, I was worried there for a minute. French onion bits. I see what you do with that. I am not happy with you. And yeah, we are still making the Cobes eggs. I just need to find the Doritos. Once I find some Doritos. Oh, I can't make it this week. I'm actually a bit strapped for cash. Make it next week, maybe. Oh, no. No, I want to celebrate my last drinking day for a while. I don't want to feel terrible. But I don't... Oh, no, I will need to get a Bud Light. But they don't do Bud Light up there. Fuck. Oh, do I? Eggs, flour, milk, cheese. No, I'll do that sometime during February, but I can't do it right now. I can't do it today, and I definitely can't do it next week. So sometime during February, I'll give you the Cobes eggs. Wasabi. Okay, fantastic. We know these objects. Really? That's how little Mountain Dew you have? You should see my fridge. Besides Metal Monkey's food, the only thing I have there is... I don't even have any milk. Now, I need to pick up some milk. Like spaghetti? I want some spaghetti. I'm probably going to get some noodles for tomorrow. Something easy. Well, look at this. It's actually cleaned. More Doritos, more stuff. I mean, that's still, that's wrecked. All I'm hearing is this is going to be a food disaster, not seeing the molasses flood. Hey, that shit made the entire street smell amazing. Bacon nachos. Now, I've watched this already on other channels, so I don't really know if I want to watch it here. But I haven't seen this. Jokes and guitar shredding.
So YouTube.
9 days ago.
Armadillo's favorite food.
I can't believe when he was doing this, I was on the same continent as him. And most of you guys too. That's wild. Wild. How am I still alive?
Food. Pickles.
What?
So YouTube. What's an armadillo's favorite food? Pickles.
An armadillo's favorite food, pickles. I don't get the joke. Someone enlighten me. It went over my dumbass head. You see, I'm pretty, but I'm not very smart.
What kind of food likes to get drunk? A candy bar.
I followed that one at least. He looks so sad doing these. Who's forcing you?
What kind of candy does a teacher use to write on her writing board? Well, she uses chocolate.
He's just masturbating it. I will show, however, on Thursday, King Cobra's Cribs tour. I can't not show that. Oh, Cobes. And riffs. And riffs, and riffs, and riffs, and riffs, and riffs. He's got a banjo in front of him there. I want to see him play the banjo. Ever watched Shabisky's Cribs? I have not. Does Shabby have his own cribs? Is there cribs? Cribs. Cribs. Ooh, the poor man's feast. Can you tell I'm hungry? My diet's on and I'm like, no.
What is a feast to a poor man? Is it quality?
Nah, I'll watch this some other time. What should I watch? What should I watch? I'm gonna look through the Discord. If you got any suggestions, by the way, throw them to channel suggestions. The Modern Mystic. Oh, Troy, you posted this. Okay. Okay, we'll get to you in a second. Watch it or else. Alright, 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 alright. Duplicate. Bisky. They spell it. Yeah, it's just cribs. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, okay, I have no idea what that is. I'm not in the mood of going exploring. Ah, here we go. 6 years ago?
What's up, guys? Shabisky here, and this is my first episode of Shabisky Cribs. Okay, we're gonna go around and we're gonna check out awesome houses. First, we're gonna check out my grandma's house. We're here at my grandma's crib. This shit is off the chain, so let's go ahead and go inside and check it out.
I'm now more curious about the other one. It looks like something to do with the Torah.
Guys, come on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here. Okay, so this is my grandma's living room. Like
Nice, traditional.
there's the couch right there. I don't know
Good
if you
feng
can see
shui
it.
getting off this
Nice
place.
looking couch.
I actually wouldn't have spotted it right away.
Yeah. It's a fancy place here. It's a little messy, but this is like way better than my house.
Yeah. 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 No. 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 The fuck. The fuck. You could also redo this to be like in the Dark Master's house, you know? We're raiding the Dark Master's house. Let's put a bunch of pictures everywhere of like a backward hands. Beautiful. Majestic. This is kind of like what that Canadian guy who we look at is, how he lives. The guy who sets fire to his kitchen. We'll have a look at him after this.
Now we're getting here to the bathroom.
Oh God!
It seems that my grandma has built her very own toilet paper volcano. Looking pretty fancy in here.
I could ask what those colors changes are, but it's best that I don't.
But I'm not gonna go in there.
Why aren't you gonna go in
Don't
there?
got time for that. Cause we're gonna check out the master bedroom. Oh yeah.
Oh shit, you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that streamer who his entire apartment was like completely covered in all the shit you could imagine? No, his like streaming setup, and it looks great because he had like a green screen on and he turned it off and it was just like a sea of nothing. He was peeing in bottles and eating MREs. He would never leave his room, and it's like he hadn't cleaned in 5 years.
Look at that shit, queen size bed. We got a fucking.
Dark Master has a hard time cleaning because he's like 8 feet tall. Very hard to get around with that length. Yeah, he could always get on his hands and knees and clean and scrub with his ass sticking out in the air.
Ironing board up in here. This bitch looking crazy. We even got a TV up in here. This bitch. Oh, dude, look at them clothes.
Them clothes.
Damn, those are worth some money, I bet, man. Alright, man.
I know. I hung out with him one time and now he's following me everywhere.
Okay, guys. So thanks for watching Shabisky Cribs. If you want to see more Shabisky Cribs episode, you want to see me go to my Uncle Jerry's house and show you his pool.
The fuck is... Oh, it's a vase or something.
Just click the like-itty button, and if you want to subscribe...
I love the jaw! It's so big in comparison. It's like the Giga Chad jaw.
Do that. Okay, so thank.
First apartment looked pretty bad first few months. When you just gain independence, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, that's usually when you move out for the first time. You usually have roommates, and some of those roommates will be like the serious ones, basically become like the parent, and the others won't. My apartment get a bit crazy. It get really spotless too. Right now, it's just mostly empty. That's why I had to start putting these cardboard boxes everywhere, just because it's so echoey in here. And that's on the wish list, by the way. After I get back from the UK, we can start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay. Wow, my chair did not like me making that homophobic joke. It just broke on me. That was on camera. Someone better clip that. Okay, I'm fine. I'm gonna go back and look over that. What? Right, I'm now a little bit worried of leaning back on this thing. We fixed it up before the trip, but I guess it's fixing it up, and there's making it right. Hold on, before we watch that Mystic guy, I want to go back and see that exact moment when it happened. This thing. Hi, me. Usually have roommates, and some of those roommates will be like the serious ones, basically become like the parent, and the others won't. My apartment get a bit crazy. It get really spotless too. Right now, it's just mostly empty. That's why I had to start putting these cardboard boxes everywhere,
Okay.
just because it's so echoey in here. And that's on the wish list, by the way. After I get back from the UK, we can start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay. One more time. Parent, the others won't. My just because it's so echoey in here. And that's on the wish list, by the way. After I get back from the UK, we can start knocking. It get really spotless too. Right now, it's just mostly empty. That's why I had to start putting these. Chad never did get really spotless. That's why I had to start putting these cardboard boxes. Wipe your ass. That's gay. I had. It's so. Okay, I'm fine. It's so echoey in here. And that's on the wish list, by the way. After I get back from the UK, we can start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay. Hold on. We got right to the... We can start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay. Wow, my chair did not like me making that homophobic joke. It just broke on me. That was on camera. Someone better clip that. Okay, I'm fine. UK, we can start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay. Wow, My chair did not like me making that homo didn't get really spotless too. Right now it's just mostly empty. That's why I had to start putting these cardboard boxes everywhere, just because it's so echoey in here. And that's on the wish list, by the way. After I get back from the UK, we can start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never clean.
Alright. That was fun. Use ish to east. I have no idea what that is. I do like the other one. I think it's funny, but also really fucked up. Honestly, this chair has been a not a great purchase on my part. I blame you guys, seeing that you're the ones who paid for it. Falling apart. I'm kind of stuck with it. Well, I guess I'm stuck. Loves listening to himself. I love watching myself fall over like a pratfall because it's funny, because it's content. Something you might want to look into there, Gene. Alright, now we can finally get to the modern mystic. He does delete his stuff.
Right, let's see if we can do this as a video.
Okay.
2007, I had most all of my money in Northern Rock.
Doesn't he the one thing I picked up from this guy, he's obsessed over his bank.
2010, I had a heart bypass operation. I'm the sort of person that looks into things. So these were obvious things to look into. So that was money and health. Running up to that, and why didn't I notice these problems? I would say probably because I had my mind fixed on other things. Woo-woo would be, maybe, let's just say it was woo-woo. There's lots of other things.
Sex. You could say sex.
So I looked into money, and the main thing, as I've discussed before, was to find that, as Her Majesty the Queen asked the economists at the London School of Economics, why didn't you see this problem coming? They didn't answer, but the answer is because they don't understand money. They don't have money in their courses. They just don't take any notice of it. Similar with doctors, as I've said. The reason that they don't do, can't tell you about nutrition and how it could or could not harm or help a heart is because they don't learn nutrition. They learn what they learn, like economists learn what they learn, and it happens.
But do you go to a nutritional doctor? Like an actual specialist will be able to, that's what specialization is. A GP would be able to give you a base overview. I mean, if you want an idea of nutrition, you go and talk to someone like Charlie. Because he studied nutrition. I'm just packing up the coins here, separating the two types. I've got so many kroner, I have no idea how I'm ever gonna spend this shit. That actually, no joke, like that kind of put the fear of God in me. I might go and end the stream and start focusing on this.
Happens to be not the most important.
It won't be very comfy otherwise as well. Plus, I've eaten, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna go and eat more.
They do not learn the most important part of what should be their subject. So how do you go about researching these things? It's utterly useless to ask a doctor or an economist. You have to ask somebody who has gone outside the speciality or the field and specialized.
Alright, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Nutrients, mode. Let's just give him mode and see what mode is.
Right, let's have a go at this. Marty was the only person that said, I've got a problem with food. Everyone's got a problem with food, I bet you. I mean, it's just true. I mean, it's something that you just can't get quite right. And most people have just got wildly wrong. So, but Marty's got a particular problem. As in, seems to have particular aversion to certain types of foods, which is, you
Normal.
could call it like being a vegan. They have a particular aversion to certain types of foods. And
so
this gives us the extra problem that if you're vegan or Marty, then if you're restricting your food intake to certain types of foods, you're going to be excluding some foods that might be good for you.
Yep.
So the more exclusion you
That was true at the beginning of a lot of vegan diets, but these days they have a lot of alternatives now to make up for it. I actually have way more kroner than I realized. I could have picked up something cool. I could have picked up more stuff in Iceland. Fuck. Oh, here's the note that Mickey Richards gave me. He thinks it's a kroner, an Icelandic kroner. It's falling apart. He said he found it on the ground. Yep, 800 kroner. And these ones say the same thing. 500 kroner. Yep. Salbalek Islands. Okay. See, we're on an adventure. Yep, Sildebank. 500, 1,000. Apparently it was worth $50. So 1,000, 1,005. I think it's 1,009 gets you a beer at the airport. So that's really the only. One of those big chocolate bars was 500. So that was one of the notes here. This one, yeah, chocolate bar. Fascinating, I'm sure. Now this country, I have no idea where I picked up this nightmare from. I'll probably never get a single use out of it. Some pennies, bunch of coins. Also found nearly €1. All mushed together. God damn it. I'm really pissed off about that bloody pin. Raisin went out of the way to get it and I just lost it on her. I'm not a good friend. Whoa. Is that Jefferson? Found me a Jefferson. Fucking Jefferson over here getting in my way of my kroner. Right. I've got like $2 something. God knows what I have in terms of kroner. I almost am tempted to go back to Iceland just to spend this shit. Actually, it did look a really nice place.
The more you should know your nutrition so you can get your fuel right.
Okay. Cool.
Right, we'll try with a subject, verb, object sort of thing to set this scene. Because I thought of going straight into, well, what is the most important bit of nutrition advice you can
You'd
give?
think it would be a smart thing to do, yeah?
It's far too difficult just to jump in on that one. We have to sort out what the problem is first.
If you need to take in your nutrients without having too much of stuff. And if you're allergic to something, don't have it.
Subject, verb, object. Marty has a problem. So we've got to work out what a Marty is and what it is to have a problem. And it's not just Marty. I mean, we're talking everyone here. And
is this what happens to professors when they get too old?
Back to woo-woo and the no I, because
woo-woo.
My way of thinking, this has to be worked out before anything is attempted. Anything to do with addiction, non-addiction, or those sort of what are normally called mental problems.
Yeah.
Because it's often thought that what does Marty have a problem with, or what does someone have a problem with, And it's the implication is that Marty has a problem with something Marty's brain is doing. And we really must establish...
I feel like God in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, get on with it! Dude, stop procrastinating.
What has got the problem? Is it Marty? And if it is Marty or someone, what is
Marty's the one who...
What is that someone? And it's always, because of the language we've all grown up with, it's all implicitly do two things. It's this kind of idea that I am watching the cinema of my life going on.
What?
Is applied to all and every problem, or just everything. So...
I'm not stoned. That makes sense. This would make a whole lot more sense.
First, we have to work out whether this analogy of normal way that we look at life, that I'm looking at, you could say my brain doing things, like thoughts come up. I don't make them come up, but I see them. We've got this idea that there are two things going on, that I'm the eye that sees the thoughts coming up in its simplest thing that I've used before. And we've got to get over this. Otherwise, we'll be trying to, in a psychologist, psychiatrist sort of way, trying to work out how to get over the problem. That
He's like English Good Time Johnny.
Which has the problem? Is it the viewer, or is it the producer of the ideas? Like, if you're restrictive and the idea comes up, no, I don't eat that, or we don't eat that, or whatever the idea comes up, and there's the idea that the person sees that idea and is convinced by it. There are two things going on. Which one has the problem? Or do they both have problems? And you can see that if you imagine that they've both got problems, or one's got a problem and one hasn't, and one needs to be dominant.
You're losing me, bro. Talk about nutrition.
Use its free will to slap the other one down or whatever. It can work, and obviously I wouldn't be surprised if all types of psychiatry use this sort of approach. But basically it's not right, because there aren't the two things. There isn't a Marty that's listening to the ideas that the Marty brain comes up with.
Okay, no, I don't have the right headspace for this. This is like, dude asked you a question on nutrition and you're just going off on this psychobabble. Like, just answer the question, yeah, maybe? Grandpa needs his meds. It does kind of sound like it. I don't know, he seems like a nice dude. Ooh!
Hello everyone, this is
We did start the day off with this, so we might as well start the night off.
your daily dose of
End the
internet.
night off. Start the night off. End the night off. So I'm gonna go now, and after this.
This girl's a new driver, and her brother was absolutely terrified.
Why are you crying? You're not gonna die.
3 seconds to some people run red light. So it's gonna turn green now.
Dale. Dale.
Dale.
Overraskende mer og mer utsatt.
Oh shit, that could go bad.
Sosiale kretser, og hun mistet enhver form for kontakt.
A squirrel interrupted this business meeting.
What the fuck? No. Damn, booty, that sig ship.
The student is notorious for skipping out on class, so the professor took all the students to go visit him.
It's great to see you. Hi. How you doing? Are you chilling?
Whoa. Sorry, man. I'm just trying to get out of here. Can I get out of here? Sure. You don't tell anybody about this. How do you do this? Is it fake? Yeah. Seriously? We're just doing a prank video. Oh!
This has got to be the weirdest reaction I've ever seen at a gender reveal.
What the fuck? He's gonna murder someone! And I like how she's like, yeah, no, this isn't right. Honey, honey, did you take your meds like we said? Me on the chair earlier.
This guy thought it would be a good idea to feed his car some cheese.
No! Well, look forward to the couple of $100 in repair bills. Who's Thanksgiving who now, motherfucker?
I've never seen such a smiley dog before.
What did you miss? Oh, did you see the? Did you see me get fall off the side of my chair, or almost fall off the side of my chair? We also watched incels being incels. We watched a hot dog and a sausage, I should say, from a certain individual. Watched Cobes. We watched a homeless guy get a whole lot of money after a very bad thing happened. We're looking at a dog that's all smiley.
This cat was saved from a pack of scary street dogs.
Aww.
So this is
They would eat that cat, so that's good.
pretty cool. This is what a motorcycle bar looks like in London.
Ooh, we could go there. The bike shed. Oh, I've heard of the bike shed. Have I been to the bike shed?
This lawyer was,
as you do,
pulled over by the police.
Rolling down the window to talk to you is all I'm actually legally required to do. There's no reason for me to leave the vehicle.
Are you sure about that, little Miss Know-It-All? You think you know the law better than me?
Okay, well, that's good. I'm a solicitor, so yeah, I do know the law.
That is the end of this video. Are we
Okay, that was either faked or could gone in any other direction. Do a stream on incels and femcels. We need a couple of women and we need a couple of guys of varying degrees. Shab, did he... You missed the incels. I saw the incels. Did he... Alright. Let me see. If we're gonna keep going, I only can do that if the chair doesn't fall apart. In the meantime, if you haven't seen it, Raisin, I'll show the clip. It should be up on my channel now. In community? No, it is. Shorts. No? God damn it! Did it not save? Did it not save? It didn't. Okay. Gotta go back and find the damn thing now. I have to clip it like I wanted to. Oh. Oh, this PragerU. Sausage. Shabby. It's around here somewhere. Gotta go back.
I can look over that. Yeah, so it was around here somewhere. Clip. Okay.
Way after I get back from the UK, we can start knocking off.
Yep, it was around here.
Start knocking off the.
And it went about here. I can look over that.
Start knocking off the green screen and the like. Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay.
Low energy share. Share clip. Share on Twitter. Post on Twitter. Tweet. There, I think.
Start knocking off the green screen and the like.
Alright, that works.
Chad never cleans. It's true. He never even wipes, because if you wipe your ass, that's gay.
If only I'd have wiped my ass, but I am not gay. Alright. Moment of truth.
Start knocking off the
moment of truth right now. Moment of truth.
My chair did not like me making that
homo.
Because if you wipe your ass, that's gay.
Me. That's me. God, I'm really behind the time. Look how many versions there are of me now. Holy fuck. Do femcells high standards that incels didn't have? No. No, incels and femcells. In fact, femcells are very few and far between. Incels are not. Ugh. Yeah, this chair is kind of fucked. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, no. Use it. Okay. Take out extra time out of the day. Very true. Oh, alright. And I have to end it here, but I gave you 3 hours, so I can't really complain. Thank you everyone who showed up, and everyone who will show up in the future. If you liked what you saw, remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow over on Twitch to game. Don't forget that also the podcast is on Thursday. Mango and Elf King will be joining us. Don't also forget that this time next week is our last Wasted Wednesday for some time. We'll do something special for that. I was thinking we'd watch like game cutscenes. We haven't done that in a while. Maybe even toss in some Falcons of Edo. I'll probably end up just watching game cutscenes. Yeah, and even playthroughs. That could be fun. Alright, I'm legging it. You all take care, and I will see you again.